A couple of changes to discuss with this new version of Shiftbuilder for the third quarter of 2019. The first is a bug fix. You may have not noticed, but over the last few months, this top chart in the detail screen was not working. This is the histogram chart, just to remind you what it does now that it is working. Um, It basically takes the specific site and metric you've chosen, in this case St. Joseph's Hospital, and patient arrivals, and a specific combination of day of the week and time of day, and then displays a histogram of the distribution of that specific metric over the date range that you chose, date range being right up here. So in this case, Sunday midnight from January 1st of this year to end of June, we see that we had one time two patients arrive at that time, another single time where three patients arrived, 7 times where we have four patients, and so on and so forth. The 50th percentile or median would be in blue, in this case 5 arrivals per hour, and the 80th percentile, which you can change over here, would be the red line, in this case 7. So again, if we change to 95th percentile, you'll see the red line change accordingly. As a reminder also, these two charts can display a combination of weekday and specific hour, or they can specify a specific hour at any day of the week over the entire period, and both these charts will populate accordingly. So in this case, patient arrivals at midnight over the entire period of time. Likewise, we can look at a specific weekday for all hours of the day. And the bottom chart that's been functional just shows a time trend, in this case of patient arrivals at midnight over the period of time. The only enhancement or added functionality for this version is now we can view additional metrics on top of the advisor screen. The default behavior is that no additional metric is displayed. These two boxes right here control what's being visualized. So again, the default is none. If you pick left without evaluation, these numbers will be displayed at the bottom. So the 50th percentile of left without evaluation for any hour of the day is 0. If we move out, say, to the 95th percentile, you see that the numbers will populate accordingly. We see 95th percentile of one patient per hour leaving. You can increase accordingly. The other metrics that we're displaying here are length of stay, and door to bed, door to doc, and doctor decision. So as an example, length of stay right now shows the 50th percentile or median length of stay by hour of day for the dates that we chose. We can see how that affects staffing. Likewise, here's an example of doctor decision. Again, you can move up and down the percentiles as you wish. Numbers will populate accordingly. If you need to look at specific scenarios, you basically use all the filters in the screen to do that. So again, here we're looking at entire date range with 181 days displayed. But if we wanted to look at Monday, you'll switch to the daily schedule. We immediately get populated to Monday. You can see that we have 25 days displayed here. And the doctor decision times populate accordingly. We see a bump here at 4 and 6 o'clock in the morning. Just as a reminder, these time intervals are for patients that arrived at that time. Okay, so 238 minutes is the 90th percentile doctor decision time for patients that arrived at 4 o'clock in the morning, not patients that were dispositioned at 4 o'clock in the morning. Any questions, please don't hesitate and email me. Thanks.